You can unmute.
In urban areas, there are things like markets, supermarkets, malls, and other places like that. And in villages, you can't find markets easily, or almost supermarkets or malls.
Yes, Patrick. Village, haven't you seen the cattle markets in rural areas? Think about it. Markets, malls, all those are very big enterprises. Yes, let's get on another person. What are those indicators? We shall keep enduring. The network in Masaka is, I'm in the village, so one of the attributes is network failure, maybe. Ian. Ian?
In urban, there are a lot of means of transport.
There are a lot of what?
Kinds of transport.
And in the village?
There are few.
Can you make me understand what many and few mean? Can you at least list the dominants in town and then the dominants in the village?
In town, you can easily access the any means of transport you wish, unlike in the village.
Okay, Fadino has shared houses. Maybe you should try visiting your village as well. Thank you so much. Let me take Dalton.
In urban life, there is factory pollution, unlike in village life. In urban life, there is. I can't hear you anymore. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. It's okay.
Okay. In urban life, there is factory pollution. While in village life, there are mostly farms and what? Agricultural practices, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'll look for something like that. Okay. Now, someone has shared that in the village there is bad transport, while in town there is good. There are good roads. How true is that? Have you been around Kampala, around Mengo there? Kampala is actually known as the pothole city. So maybe you're not talking about only Kampala, but other places. However, still Kampala is part of the towns we are referring to. So let us be specific. Maybe let me guide you. I'm talking about activities, physical features, environment. Those are the things that I want to hear. That a village from a town. Since some of you to look at something here, activities. I hope you can see this picture on same hands. Carol, I had unmuted you, then suddenly I picked on another person. Carol, come in. Carol, your delayed response makes me to pick another person. Deneva, are you there?
There is enough land in villages for farming, unlike in towns where land
Where land is, then you went off. Isaiah, Opio, are you there?
Teacher, there is the presence of electricity in towns, but in villages they use solar.
They use solar.
Yes.
Okay, but have you heard of rural, is it rural electrification? It's a current government program where even in my village, there is now power. But are you seeing the picture that is on the screen?
Yes.
I want you to use that picture to guide you to tell me answers, the kind of activities that happen there. Dalton, okay, there are so many answers in the chat. Let me share with you. In the village, okay, that one I'd seen it. There is no guy.
I can't hear you, your network. Teacher, your network.
In towns, excuse me, teacher, you are breaking, that is true. You cannot hear me. Opio.
I cannot hear you well.
Okay.
You're breaking.
Everybody, you'll forgive me, my network is on and off, but we shall try so much to endure. Opio?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So as I was saying, that let us try to study that picture that I had displayed and tell me what happens there. With all that you're telling me in the chat, it's very true. We have somebody saying the presence of rivers and lakes, but Victoria is in Ginger Town. That is not very realistic. In urban areas, there are a lot of accidents. Okay, that's quite crazy. Rural areas are like geographic areas, while urban areas comprise of large. Do you understand what geographic is? Okay, now I'm going to share. I wanted you to look at that picture. After that picture, we're going to look at the next thing, which is a poem. This poem is supposed to aid us. There are two poems. We have a poem on urban life and a poem on village life. After reading this poem, I want each time you note, pick something which represents urban life in this poem. And then in the next poem, also pick things that represent or that make village life to stand out in that poem. That's what we are going to do. So I want a reader.
Let me read.
Yes, Chirabo?
Yes, teacher.
Chirabo?
Yes, I'm going to read. Urban life, people shouting, factory pollution, people rushing for the bus, an accident here, vehicle inspection here, porters no stop, thin dogs wander,
Okay, up here.
load that and litter.
Opio is going to read. I wanted you to read, but
I'm done. Page not ready. Excuse me, teacher.
just a minute. Oh, sorry. No.
The fact that I've decided to stop nagging doesn't mean that I agree with the way in which Paloma is doing things in her life, okay? Nothing. Like I said, Paloma's my daughter. Of course I get happy when I see her. I can't just take her out of here. Besides, I'm not supporting her. Obviously, I've always been there for her. She gets so
Kirabo, the full poem is here. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay.
So should I begin?
Yes.
Okay. Urban life. People shouting, factory pollution, people rushing for the bus, an accident here, vehicle inspection there, porters no stop, thin dogs wander, through dirt and litter, water comes from a tap. You hardly see a rabbit or a buck. You never see real darkness. You pay everything, your food, your fun, and people keep spitting on the pavement. By Webster
Mobonwa.
Yeah. Thank you, teacher.
Okay, another second reading very fast. As you write down those things that indicate village life, I want a second reading from this poem, then we go to the next one. Mare. Mare, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Do for us the second reading of this poem.
Urban life.
Yes.
People shout, factory pollution. People rushed from the bus, an accident there, vehicles inspection. Help me that word, vehicles.
Vehicle inspection there, accidents here.
Vehicle inspections there. Thin dogs thunder.
Mare, the word is hooters. Why are you dodging the word?
Hooters non-stop.
Okay, Mare, I think your network is not very clear. Let me pick on Julia. We have time issues, so let us try to hurry. Julia?
Yes, teacher.
Read for us very fast.
Okay. Urban life. People shouting, factory pollution, people rushing for the bus, an accident here, vehicle inspection there, hooters non-stop, thin dogs wander. Through dirt and litter, water comes from a tap. You hardly see a rabbit or a buck. You never see real darkness. You pay for everything. Your food, your fun, and people keep spitting on the pavement by Webster Mubonwa.
Okay, so I hope you have noted down the answers that I wanted there. What are those things that indicate for the next poem? We want to see the next poem, Village Life. We want to see what are the indicators under this poem. So I want a secondary, another person to read for us. Let me pick, who is a boy? I need a boy. Calvin. Calvin, are you there? Chigongo, but Chigongo is a girl.
Teacher, should I read?
Chigongo.
Yes,
Please
please.
do.
Village life. Kanyariri village of Torel. Village of unending work, like a never drying spring. Old women dark and bent, trudged along with their hoes to plots of weedy maize, young wives like donkeys. From cockcrow to setting of the sun, go about their timeless duties. Their scraggy figures like bowels set in a row, plod up down the rolling village farms, with loads on their backs and babies tied to their bellies. By Marma Gashi.
Okay, by Malma Gashe. Second reading, very fast of the same poem. Let me take a second reading from Mark and Melvin. Yes, Mark? Yes, Mark?
Excuse me, sir.
Is that Mark speaking?
Teacher.
Yes.
Village of unending work.
Just a minute, boss.
Yes.
It starts from up, starts from here.
Yeah, okay. Kanyari, village of toil, village of unending work, like a never drying spring, old women dark and bent trudge along with their hoes to plots of weedy maize. Young wives like donkeys from cockcrow to setting of the sun go about their timeless duties. Their scraggy figures like bows set in a row, plod up and down the rolling village farms, with loads on their backs and babies tied to their bellies. By Marmak.
Okay, so I want you to pick for me activities. I want you to pick for me the description of the village life and the urban life. And then also those other physical features or nouns. So I'm categorizing them under parts of speech. I need activities, which are the verbs. I need adjectives. Those are the ones that describe what is happening in different places. I also need nouns, those things that help you to name the villages here and there. So in each poem, that's what you're going to do. This time around, we don't have time to have breakaway rooms, but you will do it as an individual. Then I pick on you to be able to share with us. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes. So Okay, so you pick for me the adjectives, you pick for me the verbs, you pick for me the nouns, all those words that help us to indicate the different types of areas. So under village, for us nouns, verbs, if there are any conjunctions, you also give us, if there are any prepositions, you also write them down, because we want to see how much of parts of speech you learn from the time we started, because I have been trying to venture into each of them. So that's what you're going to do as you read. Okay, let me do that again. My network had jumped off slightly. I'm going to reread that, then I also reread the other poem. I said village life, Kanyiriri, village of toil, village of unending work, like a never drying spring, old women dark and bent, trudge along with their hoes to plots of weedy maize, young wives like donkeys, from cockcrow to setting of the sun, go about their timeless duties. Their scraggy figures like bows set in a row, plowed up and down the rolling village farms with loads on their backs and babies tied to their bellies by Mama Gashe. So you take screenshots of that, then you pick out those things that I have told you. Now I'm going to go to urban life. Urban life. People shouting, factory pollution, people rushing for the bus, an accident here, vehicle inspection there, hooters non-stop, thin dogs wander through dirt and litter, water comes from a tap. You hardly see a rabbit or a buck. You never see a real darkness. You pay for everything, your food, your fun, and the people keep spitting on the pavement. By Webner Webonwa. So you're going to pick out the different parts of speech. I said the nouns, pick out, those are the namings of places there. I want you to pick out the verbs. Those are the activities, because we said an action. A verb is an action word. So I want to see those are the activities that are being done in the villages and those that are done in town. I also want to see the description. Those are the adjectives in the villages. And I also see adverbs like hardly. So I also expect you to give me those and other parts of speech, like if there are prepositions, you write them down for me. Then we shall have a discussion. I am giving you roughly 7 to 10 minutes to do that. And then we shall have a meaningful discussion. I hope Amanya has now heard me. because I have read those poems. So take your time and do that. Those, Joyce, you want to ask a question? Joyce,
I wanted to read the poems, but
we had finished, we had had about 4 readers and then myself. So thank you. But you will read when we are having a discussion.
okay.
Okay. Mark, is your hand up or you forgot it up? In case you forgot your hand up, you lower it. And then for those whose microphones are unmuted, if you want to communicate, you say something. If not, you mute your microphone so that I don't have to unmute you again. Okay. Upio, you have a question?
Teacher, I've not got the poems well.
But I told you to take screenshots of them because at the end of the day, I cannot display all of them at once.
The second poem.
Which is under Village Life. What exactly haven't you seen there? Can you take a screenshot in your phone?
Okay.
Do this, take a screenshot of that, then you do analysis. Then I scroll to the next part. Okay. And then complete this one there. Have you finished?
Yes.
I'm assuming Opia has finished. I can take, you can mute. Ian.
Excuse me, I'm not getting you.
What exactly aren't you getting? The audio, the visual, what aren't you getting?
The audio.
But how come we are communicating now?
I've not been getting you.
Okay, I've said after reading those poems, I want you to write out the different activities that are done in the village and the activities that are done in town. Then I want you to write out the description of the village. How is the village described? How is the urban? The different things that you which are in the village and are not in town. So we categorized them under parts of speech. We're saying you give me the nouns, the verbs, the adjectives, where possible, the adverbs and prepositions.
Okay, sir.
All right. You can mute. Opio, please mute. There's this person called Loving. Your hand is up.
No, I forgot to lower.
I did it. Okay, then lower your hand. Thank you. That's okay. I did it. I did it. You want to say something?
But teacher, how can I take the screenshot?
You hold the power button and the lower at once. Hold the volume, the button which lowers the volume.
Yes.
And the power button, hold them at once. Have you tried that?
It is not working.
Because you are holding them at different times. Hold them at once, then you press. First put your hand on them both, then you do so. Which phone are you using?
Kafit.
Pardon?
Kafit Z900.
Other phones accept you to take a screenshot by holding the screen with 3 fingers and then you slide downwards. Then others, if you open to the part of the icons up there, there is also a provision which gives you to take a screenshot. You will learn slowly.
They are not it's not screenshotting.
Okay. Is there any other person at home who has ever tried doing that?
No.
Oh, now that's going to be a problem. How else can I? Do you have another phone with you apart from that one?
No, my brother was using the laptop and I wanted to use the.
Yes, what is the name of our phone? What's the name?
Cafet V900.
Techno?
Cafet V900.
Okay.
Kafit.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Let Mr. Otto help you as I take on other questions from other people. Okay, I think now we can begin our discussion. Because of time, we can begin our discussion. Let me begin with Vanessa. Yes, Vanessa. Bahangana.
Teacher, I wanted to help that one who wanted to take a screenshot.
Bahangana.
Excuse me, I wanted to help that one who would love to take a screenshot.
Is it my network again?
Yes?
Jen Francis, can you hear me?
Okay, you go on. You go on and help her.
Like if she's using a phone, she can press the off button and the volume button and press them at once.
Aaron?
He or
Okay,
she.
she's trying to help. She's trying to help this one by pressing the volume down
You
and the
can
power
mention
button at the
she's
same time.
listening.
Okay.
I've said that she can press the off button and the volume button at once.
You guys, is the teacher going to come? Is the channel?
Okay, what you do, she's saying you press the power button and then the volume down button at the same time, then you'll be able to take the screenshot. The person who was asking for volume down and then the power button at the same time. It will take for you the screenshot. Thank you.
The problem usually is that they when you're starting to do it, you press one button before the other, so you may think it doesn't work. That's what she's suffering from. If it's her first time, she has to do some practice and it will come to pass. Okay, let us now get to our discussion. Jen Francis.
In village life, water comes from boreholes, while in town life, water comes from taps.
Thank you. Another one. Oh, that was all. Opio. 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 Jenazak.
Yes, sir.
Ritas.
Yes.
Yes. Teacher.
Tell us village life versus the other one.
Yes.
Village life versus town life. Yes.
In village life, accidents do not happen, while in urban life, accidents happen here and there due to many vehicles.
Okay, due to the presence of many vehicles, so we have more accidents in town compared to the village. Thank you. Let us pick another person. You may mute. Zach, you may mute.
Yes, learners. I think the teacher's network is jumping. It will give you the work on Google Classroom, where you'll be able to attempt all those activities, like differentiating between village town and live town. I've been following his lessons. So I don't know, is there anybody who is having some views on what he was talking about? If you have it, please put up your hands and I allow you to speak up. Oh, I'm seeing here, Michael. Michael, can you speak up? You give us your view.
Teacher,
Yes.
urban life is expensive while village life is cheap.
Why are you saying urban life is expensive? Can you clarify?
You need to pay for everything.
Like? Oh, you have to pay for everything. Like, can you give me 3 things that you have to pay for?
Food, water,
food, water,
shelter.
or and even shelter, you pay rent also. In the villages, you do not pay rent, but also it depends on the part of the
Water
villages.
and
Okay,
even
thank
shelter.
you. Okay, okay. Thank you so much. I like that. Let me see, another person is saying, hey, Basha.
Yes.
Basha, can you unmute? Okay, thank you so much for your view. Let me check Basha. She want to, OE, I don't know. Okay, can you give us your view?
Yes. Welcome.
Rita. Yes,
Yes,
Rita.
sir.
Okay, give us your view.
In urban
Um,
life, urban life, people spit all over the pavers, unlike in village life.
Oh, can you give me an example? Where have you seen people spitting everywhere?
Along that place, is it called Chikuro?
Mm.
And you might.
That is very unfortunate. But what if Rita, can you hear me? What if those people are taken to their villages? Don't you think they will also do the same thing?
Teacher, maybe according to the village, that person might be living.
Oh, so the person might not do it when he's taken to the village. They can only do it in town, right?
He might
do
learn
you know
some
what is?
manners in the village.
Oh, oh my dear, thank you so much for your view. I'm learning. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, your view is recorded. It's okay. I'm going to tell the teacher. Let me go to Priscilla.
Teacher, in
Yes.
real life, children are most likely to learn good morals, while in urban life, children are most likely to learn bad morals.
But why? Why do you think people learn like kids? They learn bad manners in urban lifestyle or in the urban setup. Can you give me a reason?
Which I think is because they're not well raised.
They're not well raised.
Yeah.
Teacher, let me
Okay.
help her.
Okay. Okay, you help her.
Teacher, I think that in urban areas, children are given more freedom than in rural areas.
Like freedom, like for doing what? That
They are
always make
given
them
free.
spoiled.
Yes, teacher. As you know, they are not stopped in many things they do. They are not stopped to chatting. They are not given time. In the nights, you might find that at night, children are online like that. And during that period, I think when the parents are sleeping, they are likely to do some things which are not good on their phones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for helping out. Guys are taking out your views and I'm also recording it. Oh, thank you so much. The teacher will be able to review your views. Okay, thank you. Emma.
Yes, teacher. In rural areas, there are plots of weedy maize, unlike in urban areas, because in urban areas there is not enough land for carrying out farming.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Emma. But why do you think we do not have land in the urban areas for farming?
Yeah, because there is too much population and the land that is there, they use it for construction.
All right. So when you go to in urban areas, you keep colliding with buildings rather than empty land, not so?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Emma, for your view. It has been recorded. The teacher will be able to review. Okay, Mercy. Ivy, hey, Mercy first. Mercy, I'm picking a boy and also a girl like that.
In urban life, people move by means of transport, while in village life, people move on foot.
Oh, on foot. But one time I traveled to my village. I got a border man who carried me up to the center.
Teacher, a few of them.
Oh, a few of them.
A
Oh,
few
a
have
few.
means of transport, yes.
Okay, but mostly people walk, not so.
Yes.
Don't you think also people walk in town? What about during lockdowns? I saw people footing 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers.
Teacher, that was during lockdown when they have not yet said that we can now use the means of transport. But now, right now, if you go to town, yes, please.
Yes, continue.
Right now, if you go to town, a few of them are moving on foot. Most of them are in cars. They are vehicles.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that is fine. That is fine. Okay, fine. Chloe. Hey, Chloe. Chloe did not put up her answer, but thank you so much, guys. Your views. I'm recording your views. A teacher will review. Conrad, your chance. Yes, Conrad.
In village areas, there is no pollution, while in town areas, there is a lot of pollution.
Hey, but when I traveled to my village, I saw people putting caveras everywhere, even along the roadside. People were just dumping rubbish. Can you talk about that?
Like in village areas, there are few factories, but
Oh,
in
there are few
town
factories.
there are few factories.
Oh, so what do you think could have caused that the caveras that people were dumping when I went to my village?
What's the time?
Yes. Okay. Very nice one. Thank you so much. There's no pollution. Maybe he's saying that the pollution is caused by the factories, according to his views. Yeah, but sometimes I feel like pollution is caused by the population, where when people are congested in particular areas, it can be very difficult to control that the person of disposal of rubbish. People just dump rubbish anywhere. Yeah, anyway, that's fine. We are almost concluding. Blessing and Elijah, but I want Blessing to talk. Yes, Blessing, you wind up.
In village, in town, there is many jobs unlike village.
Hey, in town, there are many jobs. Like, first give me examples of jobs that are there in town.
Because there is office manager.
Oh, office manager. Okay. Yeah. And you give me 4. I want 4. Blessing.
Yeah.
Hey, Blessing. Can someone help Blessing give 4 examples of jobs that are there in towns that are not in villages? Yes.
Teacher.
Okay. Go on, Rita.
Flight attendants. Teachers. Doctors.
But Rita.
Yes,
Rita,
teacher.
where
Yes, teacher.
I live in villages, in some village, but there are doctors. Yes, where I live, we have dispensary when I'm sick.
I mean, teacher, the neurosurgeons.
Oh, the specialized doctors.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's fine. What if those people, if they go to their villages and they start treating people, what do you think will happen?
Teacher, maybe they will also be, they will...
Oh, my dear Rita. Okay, no problem. So guys, to wind it up, thank you so much. I had a lovely discussion. I wish we had started early on. We are going to to really learn a lot. I like the new curriculum, guys. I learned something. I want to talk to you about this new curriculum here. Yeah, I'm a teacher. I also teach, but I've seen the new curriculum is more of critical thinking. Yeah, you need to think. We are trying to bring in the aspect of skilling. Yes, somebody said Uganda. In Uganda, we have a lot of knowledge. Emma, are you getting me? Rita, in Uganda, we
teacher.
have people with knowledge. Do you know why people are not working in Uganda? Because people are working, but there's a lot of people who are unemployed. Because we have a lot of knowledge. People are educated, masters, degrees, but they're not working because they have knowledge. So what we are looking for in you, the senior ones, are the skills. Are you getting me, Rita? The skills
Yes,
is what we are
teacher.
lacking. So we want you as you're studying English, maths, you look at the skillful part of it. Yes, I attended one of the training. They said in senior 3, you people in the vocational subjects like the ICT that I teach, art, performing arts, agriculture, we have them, those subjects. You should be able to do DIT certificate in senior 3. So you should be, you know, DIT. Do you know the meaning of DIT? DIT is Directorate of Industrial Training, where you see those people who are in vocational studies, those one who branch or from P7 and they do their junior certificate. You should be able to do the certificate with them in some schools. So that is what the new curriculum is talking about. So it's not all about cramming. It's not all about just learning to excel, to get 100, but what skills are you getting when Teacher Lurry is teaching you in English that you are going to apply in day-to-day life? So the new curriculum look at that. So if you come and you see that, I want to get 100, I want to get what? No, you get the skills. Is it okay, guys? Senior ones, I want to talk to you about it because it's very important. So you have to prepare your mind. You can pick one of the vocational subjects and you sit for the DIT. Yes, level 1 certificate. Then in senior 4, again, you will do your UNEP. Yeah, that's the way it's going to be, if I'm not mistaken. And it will be something very nice. So you can do tailoring, you can sit for ICT, you can sit for those ones. Then again, baking, depending on the capacity of your school. Then again, in senior 4, you sit for UNEP and you get your certificate. And that certificate will be 80%. The 20% will be the activity of integration. The 80% UNEP will set the exams. So that one will make 100%. But by the time you finish senior 4, you should be able, Rita, you should be able, if you pick baking, you should be able to bake and you get your money. If you are in tailoring, you should be able to go to and then make people's clothes outside there. If you're in ICT, you should be able to repair people's computer and you get money. Isn't that nice? Guys, isn't the new curriculum nice? So let's turn our attention from cramming, and we focus on getting necessary skills in each subject that you are going to do. And I encourage you guys to take vocational subjects seriously. Get your skill, get where you can specialize, like in fine art, like in ICT, like in, I don't know, there are many, food and nutrition, they are coming back and you'll be able to live a better life. At the end of senior 4, you will not be able to look for jobs, but you will help your parents generate some little money from what you have studied from schools. Otherwise, is there anybody who is having any question? Yes. People have not given any chat. Let me ask you to unmute, and we are ending at just